My name's Adam Cassino. My company is Adam Cassino Design. I've been doing interior design for about 5 years now. 2 years prior to that, I was in furniture design, which is a related field. My style, I would say, is contemporary, but I really cater to my clients and their style. I think the key to being a good interior designer really is to have the ability to take your client's style and their needs, and to, whatever that is, to take that and do a really well executed and well pulled together design, something that's cohesive and something that really works and is comfortable for the client and for the family. I also think a very important thing for an interior designer to have is to be a creative problem solver. There are always issues that come up and things that need to be resolved, and you just have to be really creative and you have to really problem solve all throughout the process of designing for people. I will normally get a sense of my client and their lifestyle and what they are trying to achieve. You know, if it's a single person or an empty nester, it's very different from someone who is middle-aged with a family with 3 kids. So, you know, if it's someone who doesn't have children or they have a more careful way of living, they can obviously do things that are more precious and, you know, select fabrics that are precious and finishes that are precious. If it's someone that has a family and they really want comfort and durability, you have to take that into consideration. You know, also, like I said, creative problem solving. Someone may want something that's delicate and precious, but their lifestyle isn't conducive to that, so you have to create a solution to that. And that could be, if you have a table that has, you know, a really delicate finish, you could put a piece of Starfire glass on top of it to protect it, or you fiber seal their rug, or you choose a fabric that is still just as beautiful, but maybe it's a stain repellent finish. So it really depends on the client, and I think that's something really important for any interior designer to do, because you don't want to select something that ends up being a problem for the client and they're not happy with it. The interior of your home is where you and your family spend all of your time. So it needs to be a space that you're just very comfortable with, a space that you're proud of, and a space that really represents you as a person. You spend so much time in the interior of your home and you're creating memories with your family. You know, why not have it be a really beautiful, comfortable place? You know, you're gonna look back at those photos 20 years from now, and you're gonna see what you had and be happy that that's what you had, and your children are going to remember, you know, the space that you had and that it's a comfortable, well put together space, and that's really important. And like I said, it's really a reflection of you, and it needs to be a refuge for you to, you know, I live in New York City, and your home and your apartment or whatever it is needs to be a space that you can come home to and feel really comfortable in and really happy that that's your space. I remember my first big Hamptons installation. It was a 12,000 square foot house. It was the first time I was doing a huge, you know, soup to nuts installation. And I got there, and it was 5 days before Memorial Day, before we were revealing the house to the client. And the house had no electricity. There was no AV work that was done yet. So I was in this 12,000 square foot dark house, sleeping on the floor on a blanket. I got through the night. The next day, we had the storage company come and deliver everything. And it was 3 tractor trailers full of items that were delivered. And I didn't know at the time that they just deliver them and plop them there and don't help you unpack or do anything. So I'm sitting in the house with hundreds of boxes and a sea of boxes, and I don't know what to do. I'm overwhelmed. I have 3 days to do this. So I call up these cleaning ladies that I knew in the Hamptons, and I literally begged them 3 days before Memorial Day just to send as many people as they could. And what happened was I had a team of people helping me, and we were literally opening up boxes, taking off stickers, cleaning items, and placing items for 3 days with no sleep. But you know, you do what you have to do. And at the end of the day, on Memorial Day, the house was absolutely perfect. The client was blown away, and they had no idea of the complete disaster that was there 4 days prior. Friday night, drinking. No. No, aside from that, I like to try out a new restaurant or, you know, a lounge or something. I really do try to incorporate new designs and going to places that really interest me. So I'll choose a restaurant that's new and a design standout, and, you know, something that's really cool and just a fun place to be with my friends and a place where I can really get inspiration from. When I was a kid, I was always obsessed with cars. I always wanted to design cars. I wanted to have my own car company. You know, my parents bought me probably thousands of model cars. I was completely obsessed with cars as a child. So I started out in mechanical engineering, and then I transitioned into automotive design. And I was at a very specific, you know, kind of boutique design college in Michigan. And from that was when the US auto industry was bankrupt. So no one was getting jobs, so I just transferred into an industrial design program. And that was kind of my progression, and then I started getting into furniture design and then eventually interior design. But I think my background in automotive design and the technical part of engineering and all of that really, really helps me a lot now, because I don't just have an interior design background. I understand, you know, the architecture and engineering, and I'm able to talk to architects and contractors and really have a good grasp on the technical parts.